Hey guys, it's the end of 2013 and there's been a lots of great PlayStation Vita game this year. But in this video, I want to share with you guys my top 5 games of 2013. Keep in mind, I'm just including the games that I've played. So there's going to be games like, for example, Dragon's Crown is not going to be in this list because I never played that game. So just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, and my number 5 pick is Stealth Inc. for the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 3 too, because this was a cross-buy, cross-save game. This for me was my favorite indie game of the year. It's one of those games that I just kept going back to because the puzzles, they did get a little bit challenging, but it was so fun that it kept me going back for more and trying to beat it. It did challenge me all the way to the end of the game, and also the soundtrack of this game was just freaking awesome. It had one of those soundtracks that I kept singing and humming while I was working or doing some other stuff, because the soundtrack was very good and I loved it. And that's it. So yeah, this for me is my best indie game of the year and my number 5 PlayStation Vita game of the year. My number 4 pick is Sly Cooper Thieves in Time for the PlayStation Vita. This game was also a cross-buy, cross-save game. So that means if you bought the PlayStation 3 version, you got the PlayStation Vita version for free. I totally love the open world platforming game that this game brought to the game, to the PlayStation Vita. It felt just awesome. One of those games that I just going back to, and it did get sometimes challenging, which is great in platforming, but boss fights here I did like them too as well. And I loved every character in this game, every single character in this game. I loved this, like Cooper, and the controls were very great. It kept me hooked. The story was not that good, but still it kept me, the game kept me hooked, and it was nice to meet every relative that Sly Cooper you visited in the past, which was freaking awesome. So yeah, for me, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is my number 4 PlayStation Vita game of 2013.
I could see I was going to have to travel back in time. Stop those responsible.
My number 3 game is Rayman Legends. This game was just freaking awesome. For me, one of the best side-scrolling platforming game that came out this year. If you loved Rayman Origins, you will love Rayman Legends. If you never played Rayman Origins, so don't worry, because you will be able to play lots of level from Origins here, which is very great. You're getting basically like 2 games for the price of 1, which is awesome. Truly love the characters in this game, the levels of this game, also the music levels that they added in this Rayman game was freaking awesome too. Some of them were very challenging, but it was very fun. The colors looked gorgeous. I think for me this is the best Rayman game ever released, and truly was very happy when this game was announced for the PlayStation Vita, because this game was actually announced as an exclusive game for the Wii U when it was first announced. But luckily Ubisoft did release this game on every platform, and good for them, because hey, more money for them, and they did a great job here. So yes, this is my number 3 game of the year. And my number 2 game of the year is Tearaway. This game was awesome again, and also you can say it's a platforming game, but it did use every single feature that the PlayStation Vita has to offer. It is a beautiful game too. The character Iota that you play is awesome as well. You can also switch to a female version if you want. But I truly love it, and you know, it is like the perfect game to show off your PlayStation Vita and to show off what your PlayStation Vita is capable of. Very beautiful game, very charming game. Anybody can play this game. It does get challenging like in the last couple levels, but that's great. that it did get challenging, because this game was not hard at all. And I also love the crafting features as well. This game, you unlock some craft that you can actually go on your computer and print them. That way you can craft them at home, which is a very cool feature as well. Something that a lot of games do not offer. But this game was just awesome, and for me, it was my number 2 game of the year. And my number 1 game for the PlayStation Vita is Killzone Mercenaries. I love this game. What can I say? I love first-person shooters, and on the PlayStation Vita was crying out for an awesome first-person shooter game, because the controls of the PlayStation Vita, they cry for first-person shooters, and honestly, this game was it. This game brought the best first-person shooter on a console, on a handheld. There's no first-person shooter in the market on any handheld that can actually beat this game. The multiplayer was also awesome. The cards that you collected every time you killed somebody and all that features were very, very great. This game did have a couple touch screen features when it came to melee and backstabbing your opponents. It did feel awkward at first, but once you got used to it, it just felt natural, and I loved it. I loved it because of that. Cambridge, who did this game, they took the time to implement some of the touch features onto this game and not overdo it too much. For me, this is my number 1 game of the year.
Okay, guys, and that's it. That was my top 5 games of the year. Keep in mind, again, I am not saying that these are the top 5 games of the year. These are my top 5 favorite game of the year. And please share in the comment area your 5 favorite games or your 10 favorite games of the year. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody, guys. So thanks for watching. Till next time, guys.